Missing someone. Love is all you're on. Missing someone. Love is
What's Hello, testing. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode.
She loved that.
Yes, Marisol's dying over there. That got her good. That got her funny bone.
Of impulsive thoughts. Why do I sound weird now that I switched it? Hold on, I'm switching it back.
So now who did you make sound weird now?
Test. All right, we're back. I don't know what happened. I was whatever. Anyway, we're back with another
Fuck
episode.
it, we'll do it live.
Yeah. Of Impulsive Thoughts. I'm Lupe, joined here with all of my co-hosts tonight, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Look what I can do.
Okay, Stuart.
It just makes me think of the Eminem album now.
What?
There was you probably didn't get to Guilty Conscience yet.
No, I have not.
Never mind.
Anyway, I'm joined here with Mr. Don to my right. He is back from work.
Hello. I'm tired.
Oh, crikey.
It's been a week.
Now Marisol's in on it.
It's been a month. And it's not even over yet.
We got Marisol. She's back from her I Hate Us too.
I need an adult.
You are an adult.
I need an adult. You're an adult to be here.
Aren't you supposed to be the adult of us?
Yeah, that's what we brought you on for, to babysit us.
I mean, she does
Guys,
babysit.
I gotta go.
She does babysit Rain enough.
Yeah. She didn't do a good job teaching her to stay out of fucking strangers' vans with candy, though.
I wasn't here for that. I found out about $5 Chuck when you guys did. Okay.
Well, she wasn't very good at keeping her away from the Twisted Teas on the 100th episode.
Dude,
That was your fault, that one,
that
Lupe.
first of
know.
all, that was all you. You encouraged her.
I did, because she thought she was going to be able to shotgun faster than me, and she didn't.
I told you I was gonna leave her here, dude.
But you didn't.
I should have.
Empty threats.
I regret it.
You know what? If you would have left her here, I would have left her on the fucking patio.
I know.
Like, just sleep it off, Rain.
I know.
You're all right. And we got Mr. Dent. Oh. I don't know. You looked at me and I just, lost everything.
This is going to be a phenomenal episode.
It is.
This is gonna go so well.
The phenomenal one, Lupe.
That's me.
Oh, crikey.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God damn it.
Down under again.
I should have stayed home.
Are you still talking?
What did it say?
Are you still talking?
Still talking?
I can't believe I drove an hour for this.
You know you love it. What else would you be doing? Babysitting Rain?
Yeah, actually.
So what's more fun, babysitting
God.
3 grown men or Rain?
You're right.
You're right.
Honestly.
Can't argue.
No, but Rain, she told me this story while we were shopping today.
Oh, no.
Okay, here we go.
I have
A
to
Rain
think about
story.
it. So, I don't
The board still has 3 hours of that.
I don't move quickly in the morning, okay? It takes me a while to get up, get moving, function, eat, go about my day.
To be fair, that's your
fair.
age group. Logan doesn't move fast in the morning. Well, maybe he does now.
Logan doesn't move in the
Right.
morning.
Rain doesn't. Rain's either still drunk or hungover, so she doesn't.
Well, apparently because I was not up and ready to go at 9 o'clock this morning. That was not okay, right? So I did not start my day fast enough for Rain. And so she was irritated. And so Rain, being Rain, was like, how can I get Marisol out of bed and over to my house faster this morning?
Uh-oh, so what did she do?
Sends me a fake pregnancy test.
No!
You were there in 5 minutes, weren't you?
No, it still took me an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
I opened the Snapchat. Listen, I opened the Snapchat, and when she didn't answer me, like right away, I knew it was fake. I was just so bad though. She was like, because we were standing in line like waiting to check out, and she goes, "Yeah, I just like I needed a way to get you like out of the house and like get you moving faster. So I thought if I sent you that, it would make you want to get up and like."
Oh shit!
That's
because
hilarious.
you weren't starting your day fast enough, and it was annoying me. And I was like, I will fucking strangle you right now.
And you know
She-
what's funny? Because she can pressure you all she wants, but she needs to
There's-
wait for you to drive her around. So
Where was she gonna go without me?
right.
She is definitely like my sister-in-law. She will pound on your door at 7 o'clock in the morning. Time to take shots. And then we go out at 8 o'clock to go party.
I just like I was like, this is what we're doing now. This is how we're.
That's
getting out of
fucking
this.
hilarious.
That's
I'll show you the picture too. And it's funny because I looked at it and I had to sit there for a second. I was like, no, this kind of looks photoshopped.
you know what?
But like when you see it, you'll understand. Like it does kind of look photoshopped. But that's what she sent me.
Oh my god.
I'm like tempted to call her, like, Ray, why did Marisol just tell me you're pregnant?
No, imagine that's what I said, and that was all I said.
right.
That's fucking funny.
No, but I knew, like, and I did the math in my head, right? Girl math. I didn't
Girl
wake
math.
up this morning to 17 missed phone calls and 48 text messages. I knew it wasn't real.
Right. Yeah, because if she wasn't freaking out and like blowing your shit up.
She was going to commit. She really had to commit. Otherwise, I was not leaving the house.
Well, the good thing is she doesn't listen to the show, so
That's-
she won't hear that.
I know,
you said
That's
I know,
why
I
it
know.
still took you an hour and a half to get there.
I think, I'll tell you what time she sent me that at.
So yeah, if you got to commit, you got to commit. Right, Don? Like, just like how you and Porter committed to that one joke that you fucking...
Are we going to hear this story for the 14th time?
It's
She
funny
sent it
each and
at
every
It is.
11.
It is a funny story.
It's a terrible story.
best.
Sent it at like 11 a.m. I don't think I got there until about 1.
best-
Jesus Christ.
I think best prank I've ever been a part of.
And that's why Marisol was late getting here tonight.
Yeah.
Because she didn't start dress shopping early enough.
Nobody, listen, I was out for 5 hours. I did not know what time I was supposed to be here.
It's always 6-ish.
Noted for future reference. And that's the thing, like, I'm off on Fridays now.
Right.
So, like, I really don't do anything.
Like, I
Time
can
out.
text you
Time
when I'm
out.
leaving
No,
work.
no,
You
no.
can come over anytime and hang out with the girls, too, you know?
It's always what time?
6.
No,
That's what I said too. I was like, what?
it's not.
6.
No,
Ish.
Does it, I feel like
it's
it's,
usually 7:30 or
No,
8.
so there was a
No, 'cause
few
when
weeks
I
where
first asked
Jamie
Lupe-
had physical therapy and I couldn't get here right away. Otherwise, it's usually around 6.
but even
ish.
when I first asked Lupe, he said like 6:30, 7 o'clock. He's like,
Oh.
but we've waited like for other people to. He's like, but
Lupe,
we've
you can't
waited
take
for other-
personal fucking phone calls during
God,
podcast
this is a
time.
serious time.
Anywho, my point being, but he was like, but we've waited until like 7:30 before, so if you're late, it's fine. I'm like, okay. I did not know 6 o'clock was the agreed upon schedule.
Because it never is.
It's the time we shoot for.
So because half
It's the
you are
time I
Mexican,
shoot. It's the time I shoot for, and then it's usually, oh well, I got something to do,
No, that-
so it's 7:30 or 8.
So because half of you are Mexican, when you tell me 6 o'clock, you mean 6:30 or later.
See, I'm the opposite Mexican. I'm the
MPT?
Mexican that's early.
So am I.
MPT, Mexican People Time.
Every time you talked,
You
I was
just knocked
breaking
Logan
my neck.
over, Donnie.
You're like,
Jesus.
hello?
Oh, Logan fell over.
Donnie knocked Logan over.
I'm the one that's a half hour.
And he's
Oh.
drunk.
Oh no, that's what he is when he's here usually.
Logan's drunk.
I'm the one that's at least a half hour early to everything.
A half hour early? Try like 3 hours early.
Again.
That's not true.
To be fair, it's usually 6 o'clock. But again, Jamie was in physical therapy, so I always couldn't get here on time. Easton had softball, I couldn't get here on time. Son of a bitch, Logan, stand up. So for the he doesn't want to hear the story either.
I was never on. I mean, I'm always on time. I mean,
If
Hello? How do you end up late?
He doesn't. Well, there was once actually when me and Donnie
Yeah,
were
there
both
was
sitting out
once.
front waiting for him. the pod,
got quiet all of a sudden.
because the pod stops when you take your headphones off and move away from the mic. There's nothing to talk about. It's your story tonight.
I'm about to ban Lupe from texting.
Everybody's
While
phones
we
are getting
record.
confiscated.
Something's going on. That's why.
Uh-oh.
Is it life or death?
Well, not for me.
For someone else?
But did you die?
Should we be
But
concerned?
did you die?
Excuse me.
It was like a 7. Maybe. That's generous.
Yeah, that's super generous.
For the burp?
Yeah.
It's like a 0. Ethan burps louder than that.
Rain is aggressive.
Oh my god, yeah. Rain is... she can knock someone home with her burps.
It's violent. She's like consistently at an 8 or higher.
Yes. Always. Well, when you're only drinking alcohol and it's carbonated all the time, what do you expect?
I don't know. I don't have that problem.
You don't drink as much as her, I don't think. Oh, maybe you do. See, maybe because every time when I see you, you're driving out here, so you know it's too far of a
That's
drive.
the problem.
The only time I ever seen you
No,
drunk was
Hammered
karaoke
Hammer
night.
was karaoke night, and
Yeah.
that was brutal. I woke up the next morning feeling...
What? Well, morning? Next afternoon.
No, you're right. It was like 11 noon.
Was that the one I left early?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you were still there
Before I
late-ish.
was hammered. It got worse. Listen, I am pretty honest about how drunk I am throughout the night. I think by the time that you left, I was maybe just hitting drunk.
Yeah, because she wasn't singing yet.
No, she was singing.
I think I had done a song by the time that you had left.
You did, I think, too.
So you were drunk.
Yeah, I'd probably just hit drunk, yeah. No, because I was fine during the first one, and then the second one I was like, damn, I'm kind of buzzed, right? So then by the time that Lupe got there and we did that last song, I was like, fuck,
Yep.
I need to go home.
Well, then or was that Nashville? When you started drinking Logan's drinks because... No,
Oh, that
Nashville, he was taking your drinks because he thought you were too drunk, and then you were starting to take his drinks.
No, that was me. No, that
Oh.
was me taking his drinks in Nashville.
Okay.
Oh, no. When he started taking... It started because I didn't want my tequila shot,
Yeah.
because I hate tequila.
Yes. Good
So it was
man.
just everybody handing Logan our drinks, and then that really... We were the problem Friday night.
We were the problem.
We were the problem the first night, yes.
Yes.
That was us.
Huh?
What?
What? What? Where?
What?
What?
I said, yeah, the trip I didn't get invited to.
See, what had happened was... Donnie.
What had happened? I don't remember.
There's one bed in the room.
I try to block out a lot of that trip. What?
Nobody.
She said block out.
We were talking about Nashville.
Donnie just keeps saying some shit about he wasn't invited to Nashville with us.
I said it's okay. I try to block out most of the trip.
That was a fun trip. I had fun.
I had half fun.
Well, I
The
mean,
first night was great. I had a great first.
see, I had no ties amongst anybody,
Yeah.
so I didn't give a shit. I had
Yeah,
fun.
and you passed out before
Yeah.
anything eventful actually happened.
Whatever.
Where all of our nights went downhill, Lupe was done.
God, Grandpa.
You think I wanted to deal with bullshit? Nope. I'm
He said
passing out.
He said I was on vacation.
But to be fair,
Oh, God.
he did down about 6 shots of Jack in a 3
More
block
than that, I
radius.
think. I think I
think
fucking
it was
finished
more
a
than
pint.
No, but I'm talking about that last walk home. You had 3
Oh,
of them
that yeah,
left.
that last walk home.
But
Yeah,
oh,
was
I
about
stole
6
one of
shots.
them.
Yeah, you
yeah,
did.
Yeah, you did, but he had 3 of
That
them.
was what really screwed
So
me
it was
over
you.
that night.
It was you. It wasn't.
was Haley.
I thought it was Haley
I thought
too.
it was Haley too. But it was you that took one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well. That's old school. Let's get on with the story. Let's get on with the disclaimer.
So yeah, we're gonna take the pod down like 30 notches.
Literally.
Lupe likes to do sad episodes, not crazy ones like I do.
Well, I mean,
There's a method to your madness, and I know it.
there is.
I just don't like the journey.
It's a rough journey, and I agree with you because it.
I don't like the journey anymore.
If we're going to be a serious podcast, we got to do serious episodes.
Boo.
Yeah, I mean, trust me.
Boo.
I thought about it. I'm like, do I
You
really
stink.
want to do this?
Get him out of here.
Get off the stage.
I'm like, do I really want to do this?
This
I
guy
wasn't sure.
stinks.
Logan fell over
Logan
again.
fell again.
Okay.
He's here with us for real. He's moving his dude. You want to hold Logan?
Yeah. Thanks.
You're have your own when you leave tonight.
I know so excited.
So,
Yes.
we are going to take a trip.
Down
Not a
memory lane.
fun trip.
Not a fun trip.
No.
We are going to Connecticut.
On that note, I'm out.
And we're actually going
That's
to
a no
time
for me, dog.
and we're going to actually time travel a little bit.
Whoa.
So we are going back to December 14th. Sorry, I almost said December
I
12th.
thought he just got dizzy and almost fell.
That's what that sounded. The time travel really messed with him.
Fucks me up, man. And that'll be the last time we laugh.
I'm gonna laugh so that I don't cry.
So December 14th.
She's going to make it inappropriate just so she doesn't cry.
You're gonna have to cut out so many jokes because I'm not gonna be able to do anything seriously.
Me either, probably.
So
Maybe you should just mute me and die.
when you have anything important to say, just hit the button.
That's not going to happen.
I'll raise my hand if I have to contribute.
So, okay. All jokes aside,
Connecticut, December 14th.
December 14th, 2012.
Oh, not that far back.
No.
Oh my God, I was 11.
And
That
oh
was
my
half my
god.
life ago.
It's half her life ago.
It starts.
I'm not even doing this story now.
When were you born?
2001.
So you were 13. You were 13 then in 2014.
Wait, no, I thought you.
He
said Hold on.
2012.
He said 2012.
I did say 2012.
I thought, never mind. Oh, that's right. I said 14 years ago. You're right. Okay. No, wait, never. That's not even right. Oh my God.
What happened to Rain Man?
I'm doing Sergio math now. Oh my.
Hold
okay.
on, wait. So did I screw that up?
No, you
was
did it
I
right.
was 12.
No, you did it right. You were 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, 11 years old. I was
It was half my life.
27?
I was
What
34.
are you asking me for? I don't know how
Don't
old
look at
you
me.
I was just looking at you.
December would have put me at 35 for that year.
12. Let's see.
No, I was
born-
34. I was 34. Your birthday was right around the corner then.
So I was 20.
You were 24
I was 24.
because I was 23.
And Marisol was 11. Okay, now we know how old we were.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Speaking of which, it's my birthday next week.
And he turned 78.
Wednesday. Ugh. I'm going to be old as fuck.
Okay.
All right.
So December 14th, 2012 in Newtown, Connecticut. Was a mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary. It was one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. So, Adam Lanza was the shooter. And,
It's Delilah.
yeah, she's knocking. So, we're going to get into, like, the background life of Adam Lanza. Adam Lanza was born April 22nd, 1992. Still older than Marisol.
So he was 20.
Yeah. He was born in 1992 in Exeter, New Hampshire. He was the younger of two sons. His parents were Nancy and Peter Lanza, who divorced in 2009 officially. They announced their like separation, I think, in 2007, but they kept going back and forth, like being together and not. And then officially they were divorced in 2009. And it's weird. It's crazy because Peter Lanza, the father, he was a baller, dude. He was making so much money. He was working for GE or something like that, and he was making like $600,000 a year.
Jesus Christ.
So he was paying alimony and child support that equaled up to almost $300,000 a year.
Holy shit.
So Lanza attended Sandy Hook Elementary.
Oh, another one of these where he's going to the school he came from.
Well, yeah.
So here's my next question, real quick before.
Sure.
So the way you handled Uvalde, you said his name once. You're like, fuck this guy. I'm never saying his name again. Are you saying this guy's name a while because he's not as bad as Uvalde, or?
Well, no, he's worse than Uvalde.
You can rank those people.
Yeah. So, okay, now that you said that, that's weird because So Adam had like this obsession where he was obsessed with serial killers and mass murderers and everything like that, and he would go on all these like Wikipedia. He would go on Wikipedia and he would edit all these entries for all these mass murderers and everything like that. And he had after everything was said and done, the investigation managed to get into his computer after he destroyed, quote unquote, destroyed his hard drive and everything like that, and he had mass murderers ranked from the most killings to the least killings. Now that you said that, so that's why it's like good foreshadowing there.
No, I just mean like, because you were like, was this guy worse than the other one or better than the like? Is there a scale that we qualify those on, like better or worse than one another, or aren't they all?
I mean, it's like
I'll
worse.
make that judgment later when I see who he killed and how many he killed and how old they were.
I
So-
don't think that makes a difference.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's another elementary school, so they're probably both all young kids again, which is
Yeah.
That
So
would be the point I'm trying to make.
right.
So in his early development stage, like he was diagnosed with multiple psychological development disorders, including Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism now. He was also diagnosed with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and his OCD was so bad that he would change his socks up to 20 times a day.
Jesus.
And he would also wash his hands so much that he would wash his hands raw.
Oh.
Ow.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna get too much into his like backstory and everything like that, but he also suffered from, well, reports suggesting he exhibited signs of severe anxiety and depression.
And
then-
with everything else he's got going on.
Yeah, so he was getting help and everything like that, but after a certain point, like there were no more reports of him getting any more mental help or taking his medicine after 2008. Now I'm gonna just go straight to the shooting.
Oh yay!
Pull the Band-Aid, right?
They rip it right off.
So, the shooting occurred on December 14, 2012, not 2020, 2012, at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. Lanza used a Bushmaster XM15 E2S rifle, a Glock 20 SF handgun, and a Sig Sauer P226 handgun. He also had a large supply of ammunition. He actually had another weapon. He had a shotgun, which was semi-automatic, but he left it in the vehicle that he drove to the school, which was weird. But at the same time, like I think about it, this dude was okay, and not to like, I'm jumping around, but this guy was 6 foot tall, 112 pounds,
Jesus.
and he had
Ow.
two
Less
handguns.
than me, and I'm 5'2".
Yeah. So he had two handguns and a long rifle. The XM15 it's an AR style rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted to jump on the AR-15 gun when, no pun intended, when it came to that, but it was an XM15, which is different.
I didn't get the pun.
I said everybody wanted to jump on the AR-15 gun, whatever. Anyway, he didn't went over his head.
Yeah.
So he also had a large supply of ammunition, I said. So his casualties, Lanza killed 26 people,
Fuck.
including 20 children, aged between 6 and 7 years old, and 6 adult staff. And then at the end, he ended up committing suicide by shooting himself in the head as first responders arrived at the scene. So reports said that they noticed he seen the lights and sirens from the police and ambulance and everything like that, and he just decided to just shoot himself.
Pussed out.
Yeah, he took the fucking pussy way out. So it all started on that morning at 9:30 in the morning. He woke up in the morning and he went into his mother's room and he shot his mother in the head 4 times.
Jesus Christ.
Now they went into like a super investigation where they were like, well, why did he shoot his mom 4 times in the head? And actually his father, Peter Lanza, said, well, he probably did it for 1 bullet per person in the family. So he had a brother named Ryan, so he shot his mom in the head 4 times, 1 for his dad, 1 for his mom, 1 for himself, and 1 for his brother. Fucked up. So he shot Nancy, which was his mom. She was 52 years old. And that's what started the whole thing. He ended up taking her black Honda Civic and drove to the school, which was 5 minutes away. So the investigation into Lanza's actions revealed that he had planned the attack meticulously. So he had Asperger's syndrome, and they say, like, a lot of people who have Asperger's syndrome, they hyper focus on one thing and they just run with it. One of the podcasts that I listened to said that one of his brothers has Asperger's, and he ended up becoming a fighter pilot. And that's because when he grew up, he just loved airplanes so much. So he got into Air Force and everything like that, and he ran with it. So that's like the hyperfixation of Asperger's and like the symptoms and everything like that. And then the motive, like the exact motive for the attack, remains unclear. Like, he had a lot of shit going on with him when he was younger. He was very seclusive. He had like sensory issues. Like, when he was going into school, he couldn't be around a lot of people because he didn't like the loud people, like the loud kids and everything like that.
Definitely like autism.
Yeah. And so eventually, like, he switched schools so much. And finally, like, when he was into high school, there was a teacher that would help him tremendously. And he ended up having to leave. He went to a different school. So he ended up dropping out again. Or actually leaving again. And his mom just didn't put him in another school. He got so seclusive that he would just stay in the basement, and he actually put like black plastic bags over the windows so he didn't have any sunlight in the basement. His parents got him. You guys remember DDR, like Dance Dance Revolution?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that was my game.
So
You were 11. What do you know about it?
so his
I still had a
parents.
PlayStation 2.
So his parents actually got him the pad and everything like that, and he would play every day, or mainly on the weekends, for like 10 hours a day.
Jesus.
And he would go to like
That explains 112 pounds at 6 foot tall.
right. He would go to like they said like a theater,
Uh-huh.
like a movie theater, and he would play on the weekends there for hours on end. And he ended up getting like super really good at it. Like, he was playing 2 players, so he had double pads and everything like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, fucking nuts. And I guess there's videos on YouTube of that. But this is where it's gonna get heavy.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready to be done.
Me and Marisol are like school kids over here, passing notes to each other, trying not to let the teacher see.
And trying not to laugh out loud, yeah. No, but on a much more serious note, reminds me, like, I have a story after all of this.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Like, off podcast type of story.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this already is just like, I'm ready to be.
So he got to the school about 9:35 in the morning, and this was right around the time that the doors locked at the school, and they started doing the morning announcements and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't get in. So he shot the door and got in. Was able to get in, and while they were doing the announcements, the principal. And my notes are out of order now.
Oh.
what happens when you throw shit.
No, that was just the first page. Principal Dawn Hochsprung and school psychologist Mary Sherlack were the first teachers who actually heard the initial shots at first. And like I said, they were doing the announcements. And so they ran out to see what was going on. And as they were doing that, they left the PA system on. So the whole school can hear what's going on. And when they looked out, they seen Adam walk in with the gun and everything like that. And since the PA system was left on during the initial first shots, the entire school heard what happened. But that also actually helped save many people that day. Hochsprung, Sherlack, and another teacher, Natalie Hammond, all raced out to see what was going on and what the noise was. The three women instantly all shouted out, "Shooter!" which could be heard over the PA system. Unfortunately, the school also heard over the PA system what happened next. Janitor Rick Thorne yelled out, "Put the gun down," and was able to flee amongst the hail of bullets. Lanza shot down Hochsprung and school psychologist Mary Sherlock, killing him instantly. Natalie Hammond was shot twice, but lived, and was able to crawl back into the conference room when she knew the coast was clear after the shooter was not around. She actually survived. All right, yeah, she crawled back to the room. Okay, so, all right, so a 9-year-old boy said that he heard the shooter say, "Put your hands up," and someone else say, "Don't shoot." He also heard many people yelling and many gunshots over the intercom, while his classmates and his teacher took refuge in a closet in the gymnasium. Diane Day, a school therapist who had been at the faculty meeting with Hochsprung, was heard screaming, followed by more gunshots. A second teacher, who was a substitute kindergarten teacher, was wounded in the attack while she was closing a door further down the hallway. She was hit in the foot with a bullet that ricocheted, and Lanza never entered her classroom. After killing Hochsprung and Sherlack, Lanza entered the main office, but apparently did not see the people hiding there, and he returned to the hallway. I guess he walked into the office, and reports said that he kind of scanned the room a little bit to see if there were anybody in there. Mm-hmm. And when he didn't see anybody in there where everybody was hiding, he ended up walking back out.
So he has the 3 guns with him still? So the 2 rifles and the handgun?
Yeah, okay. 1 rifle, 2 handguns.
Okay.
So the school nurse, Sarah Sally Cox, hid under a desk in her office. She later described seeing the door opening and Lanza's boots and legs facing her desk from approximately 20 feet away. He remained standing there for a few seconds before turning around and leaving. She and the school secretary, Barbara Halstead, called 911 and hid in the first aid supply closet for nearly 4 hours. Wow. Janitor Rick Thorne ran through the hallways, alerting classrooms. Now we're going to get to the heavy part.
I thought that was the heavy part.
That's not the heavy part. I need a drink for this one.
Good luck, Marisol. I need to go home.
I need an adult.
I'm just going to put a quick PSA out there. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about a massacre of these poor innocent children.
I thought that was already known.
I'm not gonna go into crazy detail, but I
Do you tell me you don't have a recording like you did last time?
I have something that I'm going to play at the end.
'Cause that kid was heartbreaking last time in the calls.
So the floor plan of Sandy Hook Elementary, classrooms 8, 10, and 12 are labeled along with the main office 0 and conference room 9, which was Hochsprung, Sherlack, and Hammond. Classroom 8 had Rosu and Diavino, and classroom 10 had Soto and Murphy. Classroom 12 had Roig. Lanza entered room...
Those are the teachers' names?
Yes.
Okay.
Lanza entered room 8, a first grade classroom, where Lauren Rosu, a substitute teacher, had herded her first grade students to the back of the room and was trying to hide them in a bathroom when Lanza forced his way into the classroom. Rosu Rachel Diavino, I keep messing that name up, a behavioral therapist who had been employed for a week at the school to work with a special needs student, and 15 students in Rosu's class were killed. 14 of the children were dead at the scene. One injured child was taken to the hospital for treatment but later was pronounced dead. Most of the teachers and students were found crowded together in a bathroom. A 6-year-old girl, the sole survivor, was found by police in the classroom following the shooting. She hid in the corner of the classroom's bathroom during the shooting. Her family's pastor said that she survived by playing dead. When she reached her mother, she said, "Mommy, I'm okay, but all my friends are dead."
Ugh.
The child described the shooter as a very angry man. A girl hiding in a bathroom with 2 teachers told police that she heard a boy in the classroom screaming, "Help me, I don't want to be here." To which Lanza responded, "Well, you're here," followed by hammering sounds. "Quote unquote hammering sounds."
Hammering sounds?
Shots.
The gun
Gunshots.
going off.
Okay.
You have to think, like, these are innocent
6 and
kids that
7-year-old
they have
kids.
no idea what gunshots really sound like. I mean,
Rylan is 5, Easton is 8. So they're
Right.
in between Easton and Rylan.
Lanza also went into room 10, another first grade classroom nearby. At this point, there are conflicting reports about the order of events, according to some reports. The classroom's teacher, Victoria Leigh Soto, had concealed some of the students in a closet or bathroom, and some of the other students were hiding under desks. Soto was walking back to the classroom door to lock it when Lanza entered the classroom. Lanza walked to the back of the classroom, saw the children under the desk, and shot them. First grader Jesse Lewis shouted at his classmates to run for safety when his gun actually jammed. So Jesse Lewis actually saved 9 of his friends
Just by yelling.
by yelling to run.
Because did he know the gun jammed, or was he just saying run?
No, he realized that he wasn't
Shooting
anymore, and I guess he was changing magazines
Yeah.
because the gun jammed, and that's when Jesse Lewis said, "Everybody run." Several of them did, 9 of them. Lewis was looking at Lanza when Lanza fatally shot him. Another account given by a surviving child's father said that Soto had moved the children to the back of the classroom and that they were seated on the floor when Lanza entered. According to this account, neither Lanza nor any of the occupants of the classroom spoke. Lanza stared at the people on the floor, pointed the gun at a boy seated there, but did not fire. The boy ran out of the classroom. The final report into the shooting concluded that the sequence of events in rooms 8 and 10 were indeterminate. But I guess there were more reports where... Got Jeff Hardy over here. I guess there were more reports that confirmed that it was Jesse Lewis that actually told his other classmates to make a run for it.
Yeah. So again, because it's conflicting reports, was he like right in front of the shooter when he said run? That's why he got shot in the.
Yeah.
So okay.
So a Hartford Courant report said that 6 of the children who escaped did so when Lanza stopped shooting, either because his weapon jammed, but it was actually 9, not 6. It was either because his weapon jammed or he had to reload. Earlier reports said that as Lanza entered her classroom, Soto told him that the children were in the auditorium when several of the children came out of their hiding areas and tried to run for safety. Lanza fatally shot them. Soto put herself between her students and the shooter, who then fatally shot her. Anne Marie Murphy, the special education teacher who worked with special needs students in Soto's classroom, was found covering 6-year-old Dylan Hockley, who also died. Soto and 4 children were found dead in the classroom. Soto was near the north wall of the room with a set of keys nearby. One child was taken to the hospital but was pronounced dead. 9 surviving children from the class and a school bus driver took refuge at a nearby home. According to the official report released by the state's attorney, 9 children ran from Soto's classroom, and the police found 2 hiding in the class bathroom. 5 of Soto's students were killed.
Jesus.
First grade teacher Caitlin Roig, 29 years old, hid 15 students in a bathroom and barricaded the door, telling them to be completely quiet to remain safe. And actually, Caitlin Roig, I think she has a book on this situation.
So spoiler, she escaped.
Yes, she lived. Following a lockdown, okay, so she told the students to be completely quiet and to be safe. It is believed that Lanza bypassed her classroom, which was the first classroom on the left side of the hallway. Following a lockdown drill weeks earlier, Roig had failed to remove a piece of black construction paper covering the small window in her classroom door. Lanza may have assumed that Roig's classroom was empty because the door was closed and the windows were covered.
Wow.
And no lights were on.
Jesus.
School library staff Yvonne Check and Marianne Jacob tried to hide 18 children in a part of the library in a part of the library the school used for lockdown and practice drills. When they discovered that one door would not lock, they had children crawl under a storage room where Check barricaded the door with a filing cabinet. Music teacher. I need to turn the volume on my watch off because that's going to go crazy.
Feel free to delete this, but is that the Kim Possible sound?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's,
Oh my
that's
God.
Longer. That's longer.
That's
I need to get that
I'm
now.
pretty
That's
sure
why
that-
I was trying to make.
Exactly what it thought of.
That's what I was trying to make the noise, but I did more of a Power Ranger song.
Yeah, you did the power.
Yeah, but I was trying to do the Kim Possible.
Definitely thought that was Kim Possible. I was like, all right, Lupe, you know your favorite cartoon.
Hey, Kim Possible was the shit.
It was cool.
Okay. So music teacher Mary Rose Christopik, age 50, barricaded her 4th graders in a tiny supply closet during the rampage. One of Christopik's students later said that Lanza arrived moments later, pounding on the door and yelling, "Let me in," while the students in Christopik's class quietly hid inside. 2 3rd-grade students, chosen as classroom helpers, were walking down the hallway to the office to deliver the morning attendance sheet as the shooting began. Teacher Abby Clements pulled both children into her classrooms where they hid. Laura Feinstein, I really apologize if I'm fucking butchering these names. A reading specialist at the school gathered 2 students from outside her classroom and hid them under desks after they heard gunshots. Feinstein. Oh yeah, Feinstein. I think that could be it. Called the school office and tried to call 911, but could not connect due to the lack of reception on her cell phone. She hid with the children for approximately 40 minutes, at which point law enforcement came to lead them out of the room. So
she saved those 2 kids.
yes. So not to go back to the Uvalde shooting, but the police out here in Sandy Hook responded within minutes.
And I'm sure they didn't throw their radio on the grass saying they couldn't carry it.
Exactly.
The
not
person in charge did
and not an hour and a half later or
Right.
longer.
And we're not seen on footage, washing their hands.
Right, or checking their Facebook and texting
Right.
people and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
remember his name, but fuck him. All my homies hate him.
Yeah. So all my homies hate him. So the police heard the final shot at 9:40 in the morning. They believe that it was Lanza shooting himself in the lower rear portion of his head with the Glock 20 SF in classroom 10. Lanza's
So
body
the
was
lower rear portion. So he went behind his head and shot.
lower. Yeah, I guess so.
Or just straight.
That's interesting. Or yeah, through his throat.
Straight. I mean, yes. Like,
That's
a
interesting.
lot of
I never
people-
actually thought of that.
I've actually heard that, like, A lot of people manage to screw that up because they go up thinking that
Yeah.
it's gonna, and it goes right through.
And it misses their
doesn't.
brain. Yeah.
Misses their brain
Yeah, so
completely.
you want to go back because it hits like the part of your brain stem that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. Anyway. Lanza's body was found wearing a pale green pocket vest over a black polo shirt, over a black t-shirt, black sneakers, black fingerless gloves, black socks, and a black canvas belt. Other objects found in the vicinity of Lanza included a black boonie hat and thin frame glasses. So I guess a boonie hat would be like a fishing hat.
Oh, like a bucket hat.
Yeah. The Glock was found apparently jammed near Lanza, and the rifle was found several feet away from him. A 9mm Sig Sauer P226, which had not been fired during the incident, was found on Lanza.
I've shot one of those guns before.
The 226?
Yeah, and the Sig Sauer in particular. That's what
what do I
Sergio
have?
has.
I don't have a Sig.
Oh, I don't know if it's a 226. I know Sergio has Sig Sauer 9 and a 45, and I've shot those.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a 226, but he's got the handguns. Anyways.
Authorities determined that Lanza reloaded frequently during the shootings. So what was reported that he was doing tactical reloads. Like, I don't know if you guys play. I mean, I know you play Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play Call of Duty, do you let your clip run out, or do you reload before you run out?
It depends.
Okay. So anyway, so he was doing tactical reloads. So before
If you
he
ask
was
people I play with, I'd let the clip go first.
So tactical reloading is he reloads before he runs out. So he's like da 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 da.
So you're wasting
Switch.
bullets then.
Yeah, he's wasting,
You're
but at the
leaving
same
some in the clip.
time,
Wasting, but at the same time, you're making sure you have enough so you don't run out.
Yeah.
Like, you would do it if you were in combat,
Yeah.
so you don't run out and potentially get killed by whoever you're against.
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So, and most of the shooting took place in two first-grade classrooms near the entrance of the school. The students amongst the victims totaled 8 boys and 12 girls, all either 6 or 7 years old. And the 6 adults were all women who worked at the school. Bullets were also found in at least 3 cars parked outside the school, leading police to believe that he fired at a teacher who was standing near a window. When police interviewed survivors, the teacher recalled hearing Lanza curse several times, as well as telling them to look at me, come over here, and look at them. I'm not going to go through the timeline because I pretty much just did that anyway. But he entered Sandy Hook around 9:35 in the morning. The very first 911 call was received at 9:35 and 39 seconds. So literally almost 40 seconds right after he
Jesus.
entered the school.
Yeah.
9:36, 911 dispatcher broadcast shooting at Sandy Hook. I guess I will go through this timeline. 9:37, Connecticut State Police dispatched to Sandy Hook. 9:39, first Newtown Police arrive at Sandy Hook.
So 4 minutes.
So 4 minutes.
Jeez.
4 minutes was the response time. 9:39:13, 2 more Newtown officers arrive. 9:40:03, last shot heard, believed to be Lanza's suicide.
So 5 minutes is all he was shooting
Yeah.
for. He did that much carnage.
They said 150 some shots were fired within the start and finish. 9:42, Newtown Police reports Lanza's car license plate. 9:44, Newtown police officers enter. 9:46, Connecticut State Police arrive. 9:46, Connecticut State Police enter. The first call to 911 was around 9:35. Newtown 911 police dispatch first broadcast that there was a shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School at 9:36 a.m., about 30 seconds after they received the first call. Connecticut State Police were dispatched at 9:37. Newtown Police arrived at the school street at 9:39, approximately 3.5 minutes after the 911 call. And Connecticut State Police arrived at the second school street at 9:46 a.m. Newtown Police first entered the school at 9:45 a.m., approximately 9 minutes after the first 911 call.
Again, way different than the other school.
Absolutely. And approximately 10 minutes after the shooting started. This was about 5 minutes after the last shot was heard. No shots were fired by the police. The Newtown Police and Connecticut State Police mobilized local police dog and police tactical units, a bomb squad, a state police helicopter. Police locked down the school and began evacuating survivors room by room, escorting groups of students and adults away from the school. They swept the school for other shooters at least 4 times. And there was actually a father had gotten a text message saying that there was a school shooting at the school, and he ended up shooting back down there, and he was wearing like camouflage pants or something like that.
Oh.
So they immediately thought that he might have been part of the shooting.
Yeah.
And the police actually arrested him and escorted him back to the front of the school and held him there until they verified that he was not part of the whole thing.
Was one of his kids the one that got shot?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. One of his kids were no.
Okay, okay.
The Newtown Police and I said that at approximately 10 a.m., Danbury Hospital sent extra medical personnel in expectation of having to treat numerous victims. 3 wounded patients were evacuated to the hospital, where two children were later declared dead. The other was an unidentified adult. The New York City Medical Examiner dispatched a portable morgue to assist the authorities. The victims' bodies were removed from the school and formally identified during the night after the shooting. A state trooper was assigned to each victim's family to protect their privacy and provide them with information. On December 4th, 2013, which was a year later, 7 911 calls relating to the shooting were made public. Investigators did not find a suicide note or any messages referring to the planning of the attack. Janet Robinson, superintendent of Newtown Schools, said that she had not found any connection between Lanza's mother and the school, in contrast to initial media reports said that Lanza's mother had worked there. Police also investigated whether Lanza was the person who had been in an altercation with 4 staff members at Sandy Hook the day before the massacre. It was presumed that he killed 2 of the 4 staff members involved in the altercation, the principal and the psychologist, and wounded the 3rd, the lead teacher, which was Natalie Hammond, I believe, in the attack. The 4th staff member was not at the school that day. The state police said that they did not know of any reports about any altercations at the school. Police sources initially report that Lanza's brother Ryan Lanza, then aged 24, was the perpetrator, and only because Adam actually had
What, his ID on him or something?
Yeah, it was reported that Adam was carrying Ryan's identification. And Ryan told the Jersey Journal, Ryan, who lived in Hoboken, New Jersey, and was at his job in New York City at the time of the shooting, voluntarily submitted to questioning by New York, Jersey State Police, Connecticut State Police, and the FBI. Police said that he was not considered a suspect and he was not taken into custody. Ryan said he had not been in touch with Adam since 2010. When asked why, Ryan said his brother was sick and doesn't want to talk to anyone, and that Ryan didn't know him anymore. Connecticut State Police indicated their concern about misinformation being posted on social media sites and threatened prosecution of anyone involved with such activities. Ryan was also mistakenly reported to have mourned his mother and brother on social media and to have been interviewed by the New York Post. A spokesperson for the Lanza family later said an imposter gave the interview. And during this time, I guess CNN put out reports that he was the shooter. And after everything was cleared, I guess he posted on Facebook or something like that. He said, "Fuck CNN, I'm not the killer." A large quantity of unused ammunition was recovered inside the school, along with 3 semi-automatic firearms found with Lanza, a .223 caliber Bushmaster XM15 E2S rifle, a 10mm Glock 20 SF handgun, and a 9mm Sig Sauer P226 handgun. Outside the school, an The fuck was that?
What?
Something outside, I think.
Yeah. Outside of the school, an Ismash Sega shotgun was found in the car Lanza had driven to the school, a black 2010 Honda Civic. That shotgun was a semi-automatic shotgun, and I believe there was like 70 rounds or something like that he left behind. If he had taken that shotgun, shit could have been way worse. Way worse, because he could have easily just sprayed
Yeah.
instead of just shooting one by one by one by one. Luckily he didn't take that shotgun. And I feel like he didn't take the shotgun because he already had 2 handguns and a long rifle on him.
He probably couldn't carry. He was 112
That's
pounds.
what I was getting to. He was 112 pounds. The rifle itself with ammunition, every bit of 30, 40 pounds.
And you said you're how much, Marisol?
Like 120.
And you're 5'2"?
Yeah.
And you look tiny.
Yeah.
So stretch that out by
I think that's how
10
much
more
my
inches.
right leg weighs.
Seriously.
I was, when I got my license, I was 5'10", 135, and I looked like sickly skinny.
Mm-hmm.
So add 2 inches and take away 20 pounds. That's
Well, see, and that's another thing, like, during his backstory before all this happened, I guess, like, he was just completely disgusted by food, and he just didn't eat. So and I don't know if you ever seen pictures of this dude. Like, he looked like Skeletor. Like, it was, yeah. Look at that shit. Like,
jeez.
he was skinny as shit. On March 28th, 2013, court documents released from investigators showed that the shooting had occurred in the space of fewer than 5 minutes with 156 shots fired. This comprised of 154 shots from the rifle and 2 shots from the 10mm pistol. Lanza fired 1 shot from the Glock in the hallway and killed himself with another shot from the pistol to the head. Shortly after the shooting, police announced that Lanza used the rifle to kill the victims at the school. At a press conference on December 15th, Dr. H. Wayne Carver II, the chief medical examiner of Connecticut, was asked about the wounds and replied, "All the ones that I know of at this point were caused by the long weapon." When asked if the children suffered before dying, Carver replied by stating that if so, not for very long.
Jeez.
Carver, whose office autopsied the victims and who personally performed 7, said the injuries were devastating and that parents identified their children from photographs to spare them the sight. All the child victims were first graders and all were killed with the Bushmaster XM15. Carver said the bullets used were designed in such a fashion the energy is deposited into tissue so the bullet stays in. Investigators evaluated Lanza's body, looking for evidence of drugs or medication through toxicology tests. Usually for an investigation of this type, DNA testing of Lanza's was utilized. The results of the toxicology report were published in October 2013 and stated that no alcohol or drugs were found in his system. Lanza's autopsy showed no tumors or gross deformities in his brain either. Lanza removed the hard drive from his computer and intentionally damaged it before the shooting, creating a challenge for investigators to recover data. As for the final reports, publication recovering data from the damaged drive had proven unsuccessful. Police believe that Lanza extensively researched earlier mass shootings, as they had found that Lanza had downloaded videos relating to the Columbine High School massacre, other shootings, and 2 videos of suicide by gunshot. Details of the investigation were reported by law enforcement officials at a meeting of the International Association of Police Chiefs and Colonels held during the week of March 11, 2013. An article published in New York Daily News on March 17, 2013, provided purported details of this report by an anonymous law enforcement veteran who had attended the meeting. The source stated that the investigator had found that Lanza had created a 7 by 4 foot size spreadsheet listing around 500 mass murderers and the weapons they used, which was considered to have taken years of work and to have been used by Lanza as a score sheet. On March 18, 2013, Lieutenant Paul Vance of the Connecticut State Police responded that the information from this meeting was law enforcement sensitive information and considered the release to be a leak. I'm not going to go much more on all of this because it just kind of goes like
More political shit or
more political shit. But I did want to go over the victims.
the names?
Yeah. Which I have somewhere here.
As Marisol tunes out now.
So the total victims were 28, including the shooter and his mother. There were 20 children, 6 adult school staff members, and the age range of children were between 6 and 7 years old. Olivia Engel, a 6-year-old known for her love of school and making new friends. Dylan Hockley, a 6-year-old with autism known for his bright smile and affectionate nature. Jesse Lewis, a 6-year-old remembered for his bravery and efforts to help 9 classmates during the shooting. Anna Marquez Green, a 6-year-old who loved music and dancing. Noah Posner, a 6-year-old twin known for his inquisitive nature and love of family. Jessica Ricos, a 6-year-old who loved horses and dreamed of being a cowgirl. Charlotte Bacon, a 6-year-old remembered for her love of animals and the color pink. Daniel Barden, a 7-year-old with a kind heart known for being a good friend. Josephine Gay, a 7-year-old who had recently celebrated her birthday and loved the color purple. Madeline Sue, a 6-year-old with a quiet demeanor known for her love of running and playing. Catherine Hubbard, a 6-year-old who loved animals and wanted to open an animal shelter when she got older. Chase Kowalski, a 7-year-old who loved sports and had recently completed his first triathlon.
How old?
7.
I did a triathlon?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
James Mattioli, a 6-year-old known for his energy and love of math. Grace McDonald, a 7-year-old who loved art and had a contagious smile. Emily Parker, a 6-year-old who loved to draw and make cards for people. Jack Pinto, a 6-year-old who loved football and was a big New York Giants fan. Caroline Previti, a 6-year-old with a bright personality and love for dancing. Jessica, I said Jessica Ricos?
I think so, yeah. Unless there's
A
another
6-year-old who loved horses and dreamed of being a cowgirl, yeah. Now, honoring the staff. As far as the staff, there was Dawn Hotchsprung, 47. The principal remembered for her dedication and bravery. She tried to stop the shooter and warn others, which I didn't mention, but when the shooter actually came in, she lunged forward to try to stop him, and she was shot down. Mary Sherlack, the school psychologist known for her commitment to helping children, she also attempted to confront the shooter. Victoria Soto, the first grade teacher who hit her students and faced the shooter to protect them, sacrificing her life. Anne Marie Murphy, a special education teacher who died protecting her students. Lauren Rosu, a substitute teacher who loved working with children and was in her first year at Sandy Hook. Rachel D. Avino, a behavioral therapist who had just started working at the school and was dedicated to her students. Her boyfriend just asked her parents for her daughter's hand in marriage and was planning to get down on one knee on Christmas Eve. So...
Is he all right there?
Yeah, I'm good. So there's... They started... Sorry. they started this thing. It was called the Sandy Hook Promise, and it was created by the family members and victims to prevent gun violence and honor the memory of the victims, and focus on education, intervention, and advocacy.
Was that you?
Fucking Jack. Yes, that was me.
Oh, that was the.
No, it was my throat.
It was like his throat, like there was a bubble or something that made the noise.
Oh yeah. So this case has a lot of things going on with like mental illness and everything like that, and I feel like, and I wrote it down. It wasn't until me personally, I like it. I don't think it wasn't until within 5 years that mental health awareness wasn't actually taken seriously. And I also believe that because of these mass shootings, mental health awareness has become more relevant and more serious. That's why they always have like the suicide hotline and everything like that, and the song, the suicide
1-8 is the actual phone number.
yeah, the actual phone number
By
I can't remember who it is.
Logic.
Logic. There you go.
Thank you, Don. So that's what I got. I don't know how really to end this episode. I have a ton of stuff still with it, but I mean, I went over the main issues or main topic of everything and the actual initial the initial case and everything like that. But what I wanted to do, and when I said that the victims' families and everything like that started Sandy Hook Promise, I guess you can still go on. I believe it's sandyhookpromise.org or .com. It's to make donations and everything like that to the families and everything like that. But I won't go into like there was other things like they knocked down the school and they rebuild. They knocked down the Lanza household and they turned it into a park and everything like that. But they actually put videos out on YouTube called the Sandy Hook Promise, and oh shit, I'm not going to YouTube right now. They actually had a video, and I know they play it like every year before school starts, and they have like they have a bunch of kids like that they're showing, and they're like, oh yeah, like like back to school, like supplies that they got and everything like that. And then eventually like it turns to a school shooting, and they're actually using all these supplies that they got from their parents and everything like that to help them. And I'm gonna play it,
Like to help them
survive.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna play it. I'll show you guys, and then eventually like I'll put it on Instagram too. So
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too. These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
They show these to kids?
yeah.
This was a commercial on TV.
Oh no,
I
man.
finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
What the fuck? Oh hell no. I can't watch that.
I am gonna put that on Instagram. It's a rough video, but yes, they do. Well, I know they used to show it every year before school started.
So I don't know if you know the answer to this. the students that survived, is there any, like, I don't want to say like updates, but do they come back to the school and talk to kids, or are they still in counseling themselves for the shit they've gone through? Like,
I'm not sure because honestly, if the ones that survived, they would be about 18 years old now.
because it was
2012.
No, that's 12 years ago. Yeah, they were 6, so yeah, 18 and 19.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So they're going to be graduating this year, or they just graduated.
They were
or
probably
whatever.
minors and probably protected from, media and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a fucked up commercial.
And there's a couple other ones too. Like I remember there was one where, it was just this kid, and it was focused on this kid, and it was going through a day of school. But what you didn't notice was there was another kid in the background that was looking up shit online about guns and stuff like that. And it always says like be aware of your surroundings and look out for people like that.
Yeah.
So, but that one, I remember that one a lot. Like I remember them playing that a lot during all this.
Like it looked kind of familiar. Like I may have seen it, but it's like shit. Like that's like I said with the last one you did.
Mm-hmm.
That's Easton and Ryland's age. Like
Yeah.
Like when the Uvalde one happened was when Jamie was going to schools to figure out what preschool to send Ryland to. And that was just fucked up. Like, I don't save text messages. Shit. She could probably scroll 4 years back and find it. But I'm like asking her, like, how thick is the glass? And what are their preventative measures? And how safe is it there? Like, it was fucking stupid that I had to ask questions like that for a fucking preschool.
Yeah, and I guess like the new school that they built for Sandy Hook, I guess they built it with bulletproof glass. They put a fence around it. I'm not sure if it was barbed wire or anything like that, but I remember listening to one of the podcasts and they were like, yeah, because Uvalde stopped the fucking shooter with the fence around the school.
Well, and if this guy said he shot the door to get in anyways.
Right.
So unless the doors are bulletproof, and there's always these fucking assholes always find a way to get in these schools.
Exactly.
I mean, you can make it as hard as you want, but they're going to fucking find a way.
And that's like fast forwarding to what, last year when that whole Tennessee shooting went down. Was it Tennessee?
I don't remember.
Where the one who
Well, there was one right in Illinois on Isaac's route from the bank.
the 4th of July
4th of July shooting.
But the school shooting, it was and I know I'm not politically correct, but he was a cross-dresser or wanted to be a girl or something like that, and
I know which one you're talking about.
He shot into the school and got in, and he killed 7 people or something like that. So I mean, and my thing is, and this is not even going political at all, and I want to try to stay away from political anything. You want to push gun control, but gun control is not going to stop a shooter. If they want a gun, they're gonna find a way to get a gun. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how strict a gun law is.
Criminals are gonna criminal.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's honestly sad. I mean, these guns that this kid used weren't even his. They were his mom's. And his mom was so into guns and everything like that, and she's seen her son, she's seen Adam, that was so seclusive and everything like that, that she's like, well, how can I make his life a little bit better? She ended up taking him to the gun range on more than one account. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. Gun laws, honestly, and it's shitty to say, but gun laws do not matter. You're gonna find a gun. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Whether legally or not. More so not. Heavy episode, guys.
Yeah, you like doing those, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for driving out, Marisol.
I've been dissociated for like the last hour.
On a lighter note, let's go into a little bit of pop culture. Oh, did you guys hear?
No.
Did he just put on like a game show voice?
Did you guys hear?
How do you switch from one extreme to the next? Oh my god.
That
No.
Alexis Bliss is coming back to the Y at 6. Yes, I did hear that.
Didn't see that.
Gypsy Rose is pregnant. She announced her pregnancy.
What a time to be alive, y'all.
Which I want to do a case on her.
That would be interesting.
Maybe Dan can help me on that one.
She's the one that was her mom?
By proxy.
Okay.
Munchausen's, yeah, that by proxy.
I don't know much
Yeah,
about
that by
her.
proxy.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't know much about her
Big
at
words
all.
are hard, Lupe.
Yeah. Big words.
Big words are hard. Wow.
Yeah, so. Good 99th episode, guys. Or 98th, I don't know.
90 something.
It's not, yeah. One of those high 90 numbers, I don't know.
Marisol, you really came in at a fucking crazy time.
Yeah.
Because the next one I do.
Shut up. Don't even.
Shut up.
Don't even with me right now.
Actually, I don't know. I might.
No, I really just need, like, time to just process.
Thanks
Well,
to you,
need
she's
you
gonna
need to get
miss
your
the
own
next
episode.
recording.
Yeah, your episode's next. You know that, right?
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
You haven't done one yet.
scare
You've
me like that.
been here enough
Don't
times.
scare me like that.
Guys, I had a really
So
good
technically-
idea, and I'm sad because it would mean that all three of you would have to be here for it to be fun.
Why?
'Cause
You said you have a fun one planned?
I had a fun idea,
Uh-huh.
but it wouldn't be fun unless it was, like, all four of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Donnie's not fun, though, so we can do without him.
It wouldn't be the same.
So, you have. Technically, you have. Okay, so wait. Next week,
We could
we're
be
doing
here.
that other episode.
Yes.
And then the week after
And then
that,
the week
we're
after,
not
you
here.
guys are not here,
be
which I'm
gone.
going to put the 100th episode out. So, you got 3 weeks.
Okay.
Why? Who's
So
doing
Don-
one? Who's doing
Donnie,
one
can you
next
get your
week?
life together in 3 weeks?
Wait, who's doing one next week?
We have the 9th. We recorded one, the bullshit episode.
Oh, okay, but I
And then
thought.
the week after that is the 100th episode.
Okay, so we're good.
So right now we're ahead a week,
And
is what I
by
mean.
get
Yes.
my life together, do you mean quit my job?
Yeah.
Or,
Or at least get your job to stop interfering with your personal life.
sir, I have something I have to do. Can you not?
I have a podcast.
It's
that I
early
host.
enough in advance. Can't you, like, request time off or something?
So you're saying we don't even have to get together to record it all for like 3 weeks.
For the
then?
next 3 weeks.
For the
Yeah.
next year?
Wow.
So basically until I do an episode, yeah.
But honestly, we should
That's what I thought.
just
like,
to have them banked up.
right.
Yeah, just stay ahead while we...
Yeah.
For those other weeks that we can't.
Right.
Yeah,
we
for
can
the
get
rest
together.
Yeah,
of those
because don't
weeks.
forget, guys, I'm going to be in New Orleans in 4 weeks.
And yeah, no, this doesn't work unless you're here, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Righto.
Unless I give Dan the board.
I wouldn't know how to work.
What's he gonna do with it?
I'm glad you said it because I wasn't going to be responsible for those words
No, I'll
leaving my
I'll
mouth.
say it. What's he gonna do with it? Look at it.
Like this is
Push
pretty.
some button.
Let me put.
What
Hey,
is this? What this button do?
No better than he does. What's this one? Oh, wrong one. Word.
Word to your mother.
So now that we,
With that being said,
yeah,
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna go home now.
any thoughts, guys? I know.
stop
Really,
being
I
a
think-
pussy, shooting
I
up
think the
schools.
biggest almost laugh I got from her is I almost dropped my phone.
Is that the one when I saw you like
Yes,
dying over
that
there?
was when I physically had to go like this, and I was like,
I know, and I already know what Jesse's going to say.
What?
Oh, yeah, you guys start off a great podcast, and all of a sudden, 26 children died. Just like I did with Uvalde when he said the same exact thing. He's like, you guys started out the podcast great, and then all of a sudden, 21 people died.
no, it's crazy. I just like disappeared for an hour. It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was,
but it's,
coincidentally, me and her ended up playing Monopoly Go at the same time.
Donnie and I are friends on Monopoly Go now.
nice.
Am I the only one who still
Yeah,
doesn't
get with
It's
play
a
that?
great game.
Get with
It's
it.
fun as fuck.
It's not fun though when you're too low on money and you can't do anything.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
no,
Do
I'm
anything?
good because I'm dumb and I will fucking
No,
pay.
not real. Oh, you'll put real. No, fuck
Yeah.
that. I've never.
Oh yeah,
I did that
no,
with Clash
hey,
of Clans.
Yeah,
I
no,
have
Lupe,
never.
this is not the game for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have never, ever
No.
used.
Anybody
real
want to
money.
play actual Monopoly?
Let's go.
Not unless you want to sit here for 12 hours.
I don't have anything to do for the next 12
That's
hours.
our next episode. We're recording while playing Monopoly
No,
Go.
we're not
Oh,
doing
Monopoly.
that.
That would be a really long episode.
So we can have an episode of friendships ending.
Yes.
No, literally, Monopoly ruins. Logan, I wish I could tell you how many times Logan and I have screamed. And it's more so like me getting mad at Logan because for some reason, so like we'll play it like on the PlayStation, like virtually at least, but it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
But like we'll be playing against each other. I don't know what it is, but I have never won a game of Monopoly against Logan on this PlayStation. And every time it makes me so angry. So like I'll start yelling. No, literally, I'll start yelling at him, and then he's yelling at me for yelling at him. He's like, "It's not that deep, you don't."
Oh no! It almost came to blows.
It is that deep.
In my mom's basement one time.
Bye.
Can't make side deals, bitch. Yes, I can. I'm like, oh shit, done. Move your subway.
Oh.
On
that note,
yeah, I think my next episode, I think I'm gonna go straight to the final episode.
the final one in your series.
Yeah,
Gotta set up your interviews.
I do. Don't worry, Marisol. It's not gonna be children dying this time.
And all of a sudden, 21 people died.
Actually, way more than 21.
Oh yeah,
or
it was.
26. That was a lot.
Did you have another one in the series before that one?
I thought there was one more.
I wanted to do either
There's a series?
Yes.
Columbine?
the Florida one, where the nightclub in Florida,
Oh yeah.
or the shooting in Illinois, the 4th of July.
Yep.
But I think I might just go straight to
Your finale.
Mandalay Bay.
Get your interview set up.
Yeah, I gotta talk to your brother.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carissa was actually talking about that at the 4th of July party.
Really?
Oh, really?
So the secret's out, is what you're saying?
I think it's been out since I actually mentioned it, because I think I told you guys, but I've never told anybody else.
Yeah. Dun, dun.
You know, the fun 4th of July party that Danny missed out on.
I had fun at my house doing nothing.
I did the same thing.
Sitting on
I
my
did a
couch.
whole lot of nothing. I sat in the driveway, smoked a cigar, and drank some bourbon.
I don't remember what I did.
We went to the parade. Jesse grilled.
I know Don was like, "Come out." I'm like, "I'm grilling for the family."
What did I drink? I was drinking
Sunny
Sunny D's.
Yeah.
I had one of Jen's, what did she have? She
Oh,
had
yeah.
like some margarita.
You said you'd never had one before.
Yeah, what was it? I sent you the picture.
It was a gray can or silver can.
Shit.
Anyways, let's end this. And we can talk off the pod.
Oh yeah, because we got to find out what Marisol has to say off the pod.
Yep. You can find us on all your podcast platforms.
When did he start doing outros?
I don't know.
Okay.
Today?
On the Instagrammer.
No, he tried this last one and couldn't fucking do it.
Well, to be fair, Lupe didn't do much better on the last one either.
Hey, at least I got everything out. I just stumbled on my
Eventually.
words. You can find us on your major podcast platforms. On Instagram at impulsivethoughts_pod. On the Facebook.
The Facebooker under Impulsive Thoughts. Or whatever. I don't know, not under.
Or whatever.
You can
If
find
you
us.
go on our Instagram, our link tree is there where
Yeah.
everything is there.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us Snapchat, TikToker, MySpace, AOL Live.
Zanga.
Zanga. That's a throwback. Marisol has no idea what the fuck we're talking about right now.
Guys, no, I'm educated. I know things. I just wasn't alive for them.
No, you were like 4 years old.
Young enough that I didn't have memories.
ColecoVision.
ColecoVision.
Now, yeah, you lost me there.
Yeah, that was where mine ended too. So
You
it's
lost
okay.
me.
Betamax VHS.
I know Betamax.
Danny's like,
Oh wait, was Betamax the laser discs?
No, Laserdisc was Laserdisc.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then he doesn't know what that is.
I've never seen a Betamax, but it was like VHS, but I think it was like smaller tapes. If they played like in a VHS player, but it was a beta player. I don't know. I've never seen one. I've only played VHS as far back as I go.
Interesting. All right. Well, check out all of our sister pods.
Okay.
MMKAY, Memento Mori, and Stir the Pot.
Yeah, on the last pod.
Oh yeah, the last pod.
Pretty good shit.
Awesome, yeah.
We've been invited to co-host if we ever want to. Don messaged me, said, if you want to be on this week, I'm like, there's so much going on this week. I said, I know Lupe. He goes, Lupe is invited anytime he wants. Tell him to hit me up and we can set it up. All he needs is a phone or a laptop, and he said you can be on an episode.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Betamax.
Oh, I don't know.
It looks like a VHR, right? A VHS?
VHR. What the fuck is a VHR?
VHS.
Anyway, guys, I'm Lupe, joined with all of my co-hosts tonight. Thank you guys for coming out.
It's 9:30 almost.
Oh, yeah, it's bedtime.
Mr.
At least you don't have an hour drive home.
Mr. Old Ass Don to my right.
Bye.
I want to go to bed too.
Marisol, who's
in an hour and a half.
Who's the youngest and is ready to go to bed too. Fucking lame.
Fucking lame. Damn.
Sorry, I know.
Dano to my left.
Good night, Mike.
All right, guys.
You thought you were going to get away with that, huh?
All right, guys. Seriously, don't believe everything you think. Also, don't believe any of the podcasts hosts that I have on this show.
Shut the fuck up, Lupe.
Later, guys. We out this bitch. Peace.
Whoa.